Hello, Barry. Hello, Wana. Thank you so much for joining um, us in tonight's chat room. And a lovely welcome to all of our viewers joining us from across the country and across the globe. So please do let us know where you are joining us from by commenting in the comment section and just let us know um, how you are enjoying the show as we proceed. So, a warm welcome to you, Barry.
Hey Eunice, it's good to be here. I'm quite excited about this special edition. Really looking forward to this chat that we're about to have now.
Hi,
Amazing,
Uni.
absolutely. Hi,
How are you?
Wana.
Hi, Barry.
It's so great to have you on the chat room tonight.
I know, right? It's exciting to be here.
And I'm sure our viewers are wondering what's happening. We can't see your faces. Today, we are doing it in a different style and a special way because um, we are saying our farewell to one of our chat room hosts. So I don't know who. It could be Barry, it could be Wana, but you all will find out. So, firstly, before we go into those details, um, we would just like to let you people know more about the chat room tonight. And so tonight we are talking about the chat room. So please do ask your questions with regards to the chat room, some of the things that you don't understand, some of the things that you would like to know about the chat room as to when it was established, because we are going to share that information and how long it's been in existence, and some of the guests that we have had on the chat room, and some of the conversations that we have had as well. So, if you have any guests in mind that you would like us to feature that you haven't seen on the chat room, just feel free to comment in the section a name. So, Barry, what really is the chat room for somebody who's visiting the platform for the first time and they want to understand?
Well, I find it interesting that you asked that question now. I'm just looking at one of the comments that popped up here, and we have Mr. Isaac, my popo, with us tonight. I just saw his comment, and he's the executive director for the Center for Trade Policy and Development. I find it interesting because, if I'm being honest, I think this started a couple of 13 months ago, and it grew from a conversation. Yeah. And the idea is that I was having a conversation with one great mentor of mine who is here with us tonight. So I'm pretty excited, Mr. Isaac, my popo. And he was telling me about the potential that you have and how there is need to really contribute towards changing the narrative about young people in regards to how we always think of young people to be future leaders and not present leaders. And it was a very simple conversation, but he really did challenge me in a mighty and great way. Afterwards, when I think when you have a conversation and it leaves you very stressed, that was my kind of experience, and I felt sort of overburdened by some of the things that he said in regards to the potential that young people have. And from there, I was thinking like, wait, because daily I felt like I always interact with certain individuals who give such great value just through simple conversations. And I was thinking, how can we begin to interact with other young people in a similar way, where we hold everyday conversations but that are able to add value to us. And that's where it started from. That's where the spark started from. And from there, really, went around my circle, and we just said, let's kick off something here, and let's begin to create a platform, not for ourselves, but for other people. And if young people are truly leading now, that was my heart. Like, if it's true, young people can lead. I believe young people should be able, Zambians should be able to create a platform for themselves that puts the ideas and that makes accessible ideas for young people. So I was thinking about a certain innovative change, a certain revolutionary change, but this change had to be championed by young people. And that's because I'm a youth. I was like, let's go for it, really. And that's where the idea really did begin from about 13 months ago. And today I think we've evolved quite a lot, which is good in terms of growth. But the starting point was there, and I got to talk to great colleagues here. We're joined by Wana Kamalamba at that time, Lua Mozumara as well, and everybody was so excited about this, the potential that this had. And we started talking and we started sharing our conversations, and boom, here we are today. I believe 8 months, some months now,
That's
and
absolutely
I
fantastic.
think
So
that's
I'm
been
I'm
good.
I'm guessing that very soon we are to have the chat room anniversary, and I'm pretty excited. So I would like to know from our viewers who the guests they would like us to feature on the chat room anniversary. We need to make it big. And so we would like to involve you, our viewers, in the process selection of who you want uh, to see on the chat room. So definitely starting that campaign soon because the chat room anniversary is around the corner. So as you have heard it from Barry, the chat room has been in existence for months now, and if you can see the trajectory of the progress that it has made over the months, I mean, guess the amount of progress that we're going to make over the years, and we're going to cross borders. So I hope that you are excited about the growth of the chat room and some of the hosts that have been here, because as you know, I believe that as we grow, we need to see more people joining the team. So definitely. Um, Hi, Wana. So kindly just share with us some of the things that people should learn about the chat room, like really when they come across it. And then we are going to dive straight into saying our farewell to one of the chat room hosts who can either be Barry or Eunice or Wana, but I'm not going to reveal that until we hear what Wana has to say about what the chat room is.
Am I audible enough? Okay. I hope I am. So the chat room is a convergence of um minds, of great minds. Really, it's a place where ideas are shared, inspiration is gained. It's a place where visions are shared. You get to interact with people who dreamt one day and they found and they actualized their dream. So it's a place of possibilities, really. That's one of the things I love about it. You know, you get to see people who were once dreamers and now they have accomplished their dream. You get to see some of the people who are the most successful people, and you hear their stories, and you understand and you learn how certain things work. I like saying this. I say the habits of a great man are his secrets, and his secrets are the ticket to his greatness. So you get to look at the patterns that most great people practice, the things that the people that come to the chat room do on a daily basis to be able to succeed. So that's what I can say. That's what the chat room is all about.
Absolutely amazing. I'm sure that with everyone that has been following us, you have seen the number of guests that we have had overall. So we have our viewers listening and watching us. First time listening to your live chat, Kitwe. Wow, absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope that this is not the last time. And then we have a comment from Isaac saying, I would propose Bin Wampundi because then I asked earlier, who would you like us to have as a guest on the chat room anniversary, which will be announced as long as you continue to follow this platform. And I would also like to take this opportunity to say that we now have a page. So please do find the chat room page on Facebook. for easier access if you're not in the chatroom group. However, now we come to a moment where we get to say our goodbyes and our farewell to one of the chatroom hosts as we embark on a journey where we will see new faces, which could be you or could be the next person. So please do let us know if you enjoy conversations um, on this platform and be able to reach out to us and see how we can work together. But without wasting much of our time, I will reveal the name of the chatroom host who is going to be leaving the first of the chatroom, but not entirely the initiative because they're going to be with us throughout the process. So, drums roll. Well, I don't know whether it's a drums roll because it's not exciting for me, really. It's a sad moment. I think this is the part where, we have like solo music, just playing in the background. But however, um, from Barry and I, we would like, from Barry, Jackie, and I, and the chat room at large, we would like to say a wonderful. Well, I don't know whether it's wonderful, but we would like to say our farewell to Wana Kamlamba, who has been um, a chat room host from the inception of this initiative. So he's going to share insights as to how he has fared and some of the benefit that this chat room has presented to him, his experience in general and in totality as to the journey and just advice to the next host and to our viewers. Over to you, Wana.
Okay. So one of the most amazing things I have gained from the chat room is um, networking. I have had the privilege of interacting with the brightest minds of this nation, and it's incredible. It's just really fascinating, you know. You get to talk to people like Lia Pambewe. Are you kidding me? As in Lia Pambewe. As in you are talking to her, and like I'm talking about both on set and while we are preparing, people like Abel Chungu, people like Dumisani Ngube, and minds that just shake you. Like, when you have certain of these conversations, you sit down and you say, wait, what am I really doing with my life? You know what I mean? And inspiration, that's number two. Number one, connectivity, networking. Number two, inspiration. I've been inspired by many of these conversations, and a number of our guests would speak, and I would look at them and I'm like, okay, this is where I'm going. Imagine, like, we've had guests like the Piswanis. It's absolutely amazing, fantastic at the core. And yeah, I've been inspired. I've learned a lot. I've gained inspiration. I've gained the momentum to actually pursue my dreams more vigorously. So that's what happens when you come to the chat room. You interact with great minds. You talk to the great. And then for the next coming hosts, it might be you. It might be you. It might be you watching me out there. Um, well, when a stage is set, you have to express yourself. Just ensure that you do your best. Ensure that you do your best, and not just in terms of your presentations, but as well as creating friends. You know, some of the greatest minds are also the chatroom hosts, as in the times that we used to have to prepare for one chatroom session would be amazing. Eunice and Barry can attest to the fact that we would prepare for one chatroom session 2 weeks, ahead of time. In fact, a month ahead of time, we would have meetings every single day and would do a lot of work together. And just being able to interact with you guys as well has also been very special. Very, very seasoned young men and women, very focused passionate, zealous. Even when the work becomes tedious, there's just a level of focus and passion that I was able to see from you guys, and it has changed my life forever. So those are my some of the things I have gotten from the chat room. Mentioning them all would be straight up impossible because there are too many to number. But those are the ones I can mention at this particular point.
Wow, that's exciting. And just before Eunice comes in, as you were saying, obviously because you've been here from the very word go. One thing I'm thinking about now is what if you were to pick one chat that has stood out for you since the start, which one would it be and why?
Okay. It would have to be the first chat we had with Dumisani. And there's something I'll never forget that he said. He said, I asked him a question. I said, when it comes to diversification, how were you getting your ideas? Like, how were you beginning to know that, okay, now let's do school management system. Okay, now let's do this. Then he said something that really struck me. He said, the ideas actually came to me. I didn't have to go out there to search for them. I just had to properly utilize those ideas that would pop up in my head, or conversations I would have with somebody that I think economically worth. I would pursue them. So he said I discovered at one point that I was good at school, and so because and other people struggled at it. So I began to do extra lessons. You know, I began to do extra lessons. So I just figured in trying to get this or get that or get there, but I should properly utilize what comes around me. Yeah.
So Wana, as you are just sharing as to what stood out for you and why, I'm there listening in and I'm thinking, wow, that's absolutely great. And this whole initiative was as a result of you utilizing ideas that came to you, because most of the times we are looking for ideas outside who we are and overlook ideas that come random to come through conversations with our friends, and just times when you sit down and you're thinking about things. And I believe that some of the greatest ideas come from conversations with friends and some of the challenges that you are going through. Imagine you are standing in a long queue and maybe you have been waiting for too long. That problem could actually provide an idea for you to find a solution to it. So I'm I must say that tonight's chat is going to definitely stick in my mind because of what you just said. Barry, please, if you have any questions for one, and now is the time that you could ask him so he can address the chat room, because you might never get the chance. So please do utilize it now.
Great. Thanks for that, Eunice. And once again, it's quite heavy for the switch that we're making now, but it is a necessary switch for growth. And personally, I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes and how the shape that it takes. As we engage new people, as we see new people come on board, new ideas, new innovations, and basically just new personalities altogether. And even as wanna gets to step off now and leave room for others. Um, One thing that I'm thinking now is in regards to him. I'd like to hear a bit of a focus for you. You've been part of some of this restructuring that has been happening behind the scenes. What Where do you see this initiative in the next 2 years? I'd like to get a bit of an idea into his mind and where he sees this going.
Okay, so my vision for the chat room in the next 2 years. So I might be stepping down from being a chat room presenter, as already alluded, but I'm going in the background, and basically one of the things I really see this chat room becoming into is where we could actually have link ups, you know, it's going beyond um, just online shows, but where we can have a show and maybe we have an audience, a live audience in the show, sort of like a talk show. You know, this is what I would really love and the chat room to develop into, because in as much as we can have conversations and comments, there's just something that the physicality of it does. You know, so that's the thing that I'm thinking of. One of the things that I really learned things from a lot from my younger years was small talk, and I like that kind of setup. So that's the kind of setup that I'm viewing for the chat room in the next 2 years.
Oh, amazing! I guess we definitely have a lot of work to do in between now and then, in between now and then. But again, once again, it's been really good having you, and grateful for the time and for the gift that you've been able to give to the initiative to be able to see it to come to where it is even now. So for me, because I know time is kind of running out, I think for me that is where I end for now, and we're looking forward to seeing the next phase kick in. Eunice?
I was going to prepare a song that I was going to sing, but I guess I will do that off the chat room. But it's really a sentimental moment for me, and I would really like to say thank you so much to you, Wana, for this initiative. And you know, I never saw myself being on this platform, but people like you, people like Barry and the other chat room hosts that were in the inception of this initiative saw it fit that for the growth of this platform, we needed new hosts, and this has given me the opportunity to be able to actually feature and be a host, and I'm definitely looking forward to such a time when we will have more hosts and looking at some of the vision and the plans that the chat room has with regards to expanding. I believe that we will be seeing a lot of faces, a lot of people, and especially those that have been following this platform for quite some time. We would like them to come through and just be part of this chat. Um, we are coming to the end of this chat room, and the next time that we will be having our next chat room is going to be bigger and better and exciting. Remember that the chat room anniversary is coming through, and please don't forget to suggest the names of the guests that haven't featured on the platform yet, so that we get to involve you. Remember, it's a conversation, it's a two-way thing. It's you and us, you know, discussing and talking about things that are meant to change the world. So please do let us know, because you are our viewers and you are our priority. So whatever that we do it for the benefit of you. Thank you so much, Barry, for being live with us today. Thank you so much, Wana, for joining us. Wonderful goodbye, and hoping to work in the background with you even more. And looking forward to the next chatroom host. Thank you so much to our viewers that joined us today. We are grateful and continue to be part of the platform.
Thank you so much. It's been a lovely, lovely time.